She never wanted to be that mom, the one who had to bring her child into work, balancing a squirming toddler on one hip while typing with the other hand. But life doesn't wait for perfect plans. And on that rainy Monday morning, Emily Carter had no other choice. As she rushed into the cold fluorescent-lit office building, a drenched umbrella tucked under her arm and her 4-year-old son Liam clinging sleepily to her coat, Emily could feel the judgment from every corner of the open workspace. Eyes darted from monitors. A whisper here. A smirk there. But Emily kept her head high. She didn't have a choice. Liam's daycare had closed unexpectedly due to a gas leak. Her mother was sick. His father had been gone since Liam was born. So it was just her. It had always been just her. By 10:42 a.m., she had managed to seat Liam at a spare desk in the break room, propped up with his favorite coloring book, a couple of granola bars, and her phone playing Bluey on low volume. She tiptoed between her responsibilities as a marketing assistant, sneaking glances through the cracked break room door, hoping Liam wasn't too loud or too lonely. But at 11:17, the door swung open, too fast, too hard, and there stood Mr. Whitaker. The regional director. Pinstripe suit. Stern eyes. Clipboard in hand. "Emily," he barked. "My office. Now." The next few minutes were a blur. She sat across from him, Liam on her lap, small arms wrapped around her waist as if he could sense the storm brewing. Mr. Whitaker didn't even look at Liam. "This isn't a daycare, Ms. Carter. We have standards here. You can collect your things. HR will handle the rest." Her voice cracked. "Please. I didn't have anyone today. Just for a few hours. He won't cause trouble. I'm not running a charity. You knew the rules." 15 minutes later, Emily was standing in the parking lot in the rain, holding a cardboard box with her belongings, and Liam's tiny hand in hers. The tears didn't fall until they reached the bus stop. But when they came in silence. Hot, shameful, helpless. The next few weeks were brutal. Rejection after rejection. Interviews that started with sympathy and ended with, "We're looking for someone more flexible." Bills piled up. Emily sold her old TV. Skipped meals to make Liam's lunchbox cheerful. Smiled when her stomach growled. But she didn't break. Because Liam was watching. And she had promised herself she would never let her boy feel unwanted in a world that should have embraced him. Then came the call. A friend from college had mentioned her name to a new firm downtown, Novarize Solutions. A marketing position. She didn't think much of it at first. But the interview invite felt like a lifeline. When Emily walked into the Novarize lobby 3 weeks later, Liam held her hand tighter than ever. She had no choice again that day. Another sitter cancellation. She was about to apologize, to explain, to grovel if she had to, but the receptionist just smiled and offered Liam a juice box. The interview was scheduled with the company's new VP of marketing, some hotshot recently promoted from New York. The kind who probably wouldn't understand single moms or coloring books. She took a deep breath as the conference room door opened. And then, he walked in. Young. Sharp. Confident. But there was something kind in his eyes. Something familiar. He looked at Emily. Then at Liam, who was sitting quietly, drawing a spaceship with a broken crayon. And he smiled. "Hi, Emily. I'm David Mercer. It's good to meet you." She stood, flustered. I'm sorry for bringing my son. I didn't have a choice this morning. If it's a problem, But David raised a hand gently. "It's not a problem at all." He turned his eyes to Liam, then back to Emily. "Truth is, I was that kid." The room fell silent. David walked to the window, looking out thoughtfully before speaking again. "My mom used to clean offices at night. Sometimes she had to bring me. I'd sleep under her desk or pretend I was a CEO with a clipboard. One day, someone saw me, said I was a distraction. They fired her the next morning. He turned back to face Emily. But she kept going. And because she never gave up, I'm standing here today. Emily felt the lump in her throat grow too heavy to swallow. David smiled. We need people like you, Emily. People who get it. Who know what it means to work hard not just for themselves, but for someone else. You're exactly the kind of strength this company is built on. That day, she got the job. Over the next few months, things began to change. Emily didn't just thrive, she bloomed. Her ideas led to one of Novarice's most successful campaigns. She was promoted within 6 months. Liam had his own corner in her office, complete with bean bags and a mini whiteboard. David became more than a boss. He became a mentor. A quiet force reminding her that empathy and excellence are not opposites. That understanding someone's journey made you a better leader. Eventually, Novarice created a policy, family first. A simple, powerful approach: if someone needed to bring a child to work, the company would support it, not punish it. They partnered with a local childcare center. They set up a kid-friendly lounge in the building. Emily led that initiative. Because she was that mom. And she knew what it meant to be seen not as a problem, but as a person. One rainy Monday, almost a year after she had been fired from her old job, Emily got a message on LinkedIn. It was from Mr. Whitaker. It read, I saw your company's new policy. Impressive work. Perhaps we were too rigid with ours. Wishing you continued success. She read it. Then closed her laptop and smiled. Because she didn't need his validation anymore. She looked at Liam, now happily building Lego towers on her office rug. She had already won. And to every parent watching this, every single mom, every dad working late, every caregiver juggling schedules and scraping together lunches, remember this: your strength is not invisible. Your love does not go unnoticed. And one day, someone will walk into your life, not to tell you you're wrong, but to remind you they were once just like you.